Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age of Empires 2 or Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on the bottom left side as the Yellow Roost. We are Phronesis. Spawn on top right side as the Red English of 1puppypaw. And since we're having Roost player on the field, let's go ahead and switch out of caster mode so we can take a look at the bounties. Yellow does find these deer. Yellow finds those deer as well. Red's going to take time and kill off the deer with his scalp there. Yellow does find a wolf there. Very nice. This deer is so far unclaimed by either players. Red and yellow. Yellow's going to find the deer. That's very, very, very important. Look, red will claim 3 patches of deer. Patches deer? Bro, is it herd of deer? What is a group of deer called? Currently, red is at, or yellow's at 235 bounty. Just needs a little bit more. Maybe find a wolf. And that should give him, yep, wolf is plus 25. So just needs to find a single wolf in order to get that bounty up. And there's his wolf there. So now he will have the tier 2 available. He'll have to go for the high tower to get out tier 3. Both players have gone to the next 8. Of course, got the Kremlin deployed on the field. And we got the Abbey of Kings. Abbey of Kings is a less common one. Does get access to a slightly healthier early night. And the more I look at the king, as much as I want the king to be good, the king needs a buff, honestly. Maybe give him some passives and more other effects or casts as ages go on. Because right now, he's a 220 health early knight. In comparison, early knights have 190 health, and everything else is pretty much the exact same, I believe. So it also shows to point out how much early knights are, how powerful they are, and with the hoping next update, the Mongols get their variations of it, known as a Keshik. Won't be as tough as a knight, early knight, but does have some unique properties to it, and also slightly cheaper. So I think in the next patch, the Mongols should be very, very deadly, and they actually have much more aggressive potential. And they're supposed to be like the more aggressive faction as well. Knight and Horseman charging forward. Spearmen are in the mix there. Does get a good hit there on the Horseman. But the thing is, he got a hit on the Horseman, which the King can patch him up. Both these Horsemen are wounded, and they will be healed, be healed up shortly. As long as the King himself doesn't receive any hits there, he can help sustain that force for quite some time. The scout is here also in the region, ready to spot for the king the most dangerous game. Horsemen in the region, but Yellow does have a good number of defensive spearmen here. Does spot that lower health villager there, does get a stab onto her. And now he's trying to build this other town center. He has another spearman to defend. He may have to take a hit there. He's going to try to camp this. Once he gets it built, he needs to get inside the town center. Horseman gains good healing there, and then backing on off. More spearmen, very, very nice. And there we go, got the town center now, ready to claim up that deer. Got these miners trying to run away now. You guys have a good number of defensive spearmen. They just got also the hardened spearman upgrade. I think the mix of that as well. Don't think they had hardened spearmen earlier when that town center was being built. My apologies. He has a good number of spearmen in this region, ready to engage these horsemen. I'm starting to clean up these deer, getting some great food income from there. Oh, was that the... Yeah, okay, that is the King's Palace being pulled out in the field. So it looks like Red's eyeing for a fast castle. And these horsemen do find a stab there, but I'm getting kills. Spearmen here to defend as well. This area has not been walled off, nor right there, so these horses are going to rotate around. The King may have received some damage there. He only still the same health. This fortified palisade or wall will go ahead and go on up. Let's get the charge bonus there to perhaps try to wrap around a little bit better. Now do got a pair of knights deployed on the field, early knights. Wheelbarrow has been researched for yellow. Got these forces pushing way forward. Scout does spot this group. The scout's trying to be hunted down now. And Red now has reached the castle age. And with the king's castle, that does count as a second town center. This one has deployed out 2 town centers at the moment as well, and hasn't been able to get a large villager advantage now, did he? My apologies. You have these forces trying to push them forward. We've got the king here as well. Early knights do find a good strike there. Split the fire, but does kill off one of those villagers. Scouts still alive. Spearmen trying to charge them forwards once again. Keep their distance. These horsemen are advancing forward. The king is right here. And these horsemen will find these villagers, so able to quickly take them out. It'll take time to remove these mills. This one's much better placed. And now it's going to try to rotate around, hit these villagers. Scout's still alive. Scout's severely wounded though. And now the villagers do find a good volley there. Taking out Scout could be very useful. It does take out one of the villagers there. Very nice. And now these knights are starting to engage. Spearmen trying to charge them forward, trying to deal with these knights. Getting some good damage there. More horsemen being pushed forward, or early knights. And now trying to deal with these villagers. Villagers do find some arrow hits there. Good hits there onto the knight, or onto the king. Spearmen getting some great hits there. Doesn't need to fall back to Abbey Kings, get some health regen. Knights being pulled on back there, very, very nice. And now the Tensor does find some arrows there as well. Got early knight that's severely wounded, a scout that's severely wounded, and 2 spearmen still in the region, which are all severely wounded. Horsemen have denied all the deployment of those palisade balls there. You now have some 45 to 40 villagers at the moment, and now Yellow's going for the Abbey of the Trinity. Spearman charging forward, and does get a good stun shot there, but the Spearman are getting overwhelmed. Thanks to the fact by the villagers getting some good fire support there. Early Knights will find a villager kill there, getting a nice charge there at the current rate. Red could use the textiles to prevent the alpha strike damage. Horsemen trying to burn down some of these hunting camps there. Now the Abbey Trinity is almost fully built, and this early Knights falling them back now. These early Knights trying to fall back away from the Knight. And over here, we've got the village trying to build these palisade walls there. Horsemen getting some good hits there, and does manage to get the wall off there. And now going to start throwing some torches there. Villagers could try stabbing the remaining horsemen. We've also got a hunting camp there. Good dance around there with the Knights. Able to fall them back to the Abbey Kings, get some good healing there. Does get some help there on the villagers. Horsemen charging forward. Does find the Knights, early Knights in this region. And his remaining villagers will be saved. He also has a slight villager advantage. Now got the king and knight pushing way down south. There's a spore here. He has not pulled out wooden fortress to keep this area secure. The knight, however, and the king have poor spotting. They cannot see that easily. These palisade walls are trying to be built now. Great damage there on that villager. Does deny those palisade walls from being pulled out, and the knight's going to be retaliating. Getting some good health regen on these forces. Another layer of palisade walls going on up. Now going for wooden fortress over here, just make sure that area stays secure. We got a nice placement of hunting camp here to get some good gold. These knights starting to make their way forward and backwards. It's going fast forward a little bit. Yellow's still trying to get some harassment done. We now have the Boyar's fortitude being researched. We now have some double broad axe being researched. We do have these knights advancing on forward. Does have some good defensive knights here, as well as some spearmen. Kremlin can get some fire support in this region as well. And now going for... Oh, I just realized something. That's Boar. And we'll find these villagers there, unable to build out wooden forces in time. And we'll go and take out all those villagers in near instant. We camp will go in and go on down. Not sure how much food's left in that Boar as it gets... it's not down for the survival techniques either. That could have been helpful collecting up those resources. The Boar still... that Boar only has a small amount of food left there. Going with that wooden fortress that late was definitely not worth it. These knights do manage to find their way forward, getting some good hits there on these villagers. Even though Yellow lost all those villagers building that wooden fortress, Yellow still has a slight advantage on his villager count. These knights trying to fall back away from Red's knights. We have this knight. Oh, did not properly focus fire onto the wounded knight. Zalek Dogi does go down there. Now got these militia all expiring right there. Barring these two, they do go down now. More of these knights trying to push way forward, trying to break through Red's base. And these knights do get some damage there onto these villagers. And these knights here trying to burn down that palisade gate. These knights are trying to push their way forward, get some good kills there on these knights. Red is dropping a lot of villagers. Yellow has plenty compared to his opponent, but Red does have a very, very good number of knights. And these times to do rebuild some of these palisade walls there. These early knights or regular knights are still doing some great work there. Red's knights are just trying to pursue, and more of these red knights charging forward. Even the wounded ones managed to get a good strike in there without being retaliated against. Over here, these red knights advance forward as well. Health regen aura from the kings being very, very handy. These knights are falling back. These knights will get overran. He does bought this wooden fortress here, as is the hunting cabin, but overall that stuff is not providing any sort of value for the foreseeable future. We have a forward mining camp here. Pair of knights advancing forward, trying to overrun some hit these villagers. Down south, got the knights engaging each other now. Looks like a handful of villagers may have went down there. Yellow still has a superior number of villagers at the moment. Over here, we've got these knights pushing me forward, getting some good damage there on these villagers. Villagers do have, of course, the castle network bonus as well. And right now, it does provide 50%, does not have the 40% just yet. Knight being pursued, receiving quite a bit of fire there, and that Yellow Knight will go on down. More Red Knights here. These Knights need to regroup because the King provides some great health regen benefits. Right? Universal health care if you work for the King. Starting to be healed up now. Over here, we've got more Knights charging forward. We'll find a good strike here on one of the villagers. Does pick out that villager. And that Knight does go on down now. Let's get inside the tower right there, and that tower will go down by all of these Knights. We got now a line of palisade walls there. These Knights are charging for as well. It does have a nearby warrior monk as well. They do have now Saint's Blessing being affected there, giving them +2 damage, +1 armor. These horses will go ahead and fall them back now. Couple housing being employed on out. Warrior monk, 2 warrior monks in this region, getting some good health regen on these forces. Right now, both sides could pull out crossbows. That will be a very effective item, as well as spearmen. You got melee armor now being researched by Red. More of these warrior monks being put on the field, as well as a couple spearmen. Before warrior monks, there's going to be some great health regen there. This force over here gains some good health regen from the King. So both sides getting their armies healed on up. I'm going to fast forward because right now they're both macroing, and now we're going to see a massive Knight engagement here. We got 32 +4. Over here we got 36. So the numbers are quite similar. And the militia are drawing a lot of fire there. Now I've got a massive engagement here. It's hard for me to tell who's going to win. I hear some spearmen, I hear some crossbowmen. Warrior monks getting some healing on there as well. Red is going to fall on back. The Saint's Blessing was not in effect right there. Red has +1 armor, +1 damage. Yellow has +2 damage, +1 pierce armor. Got the castle network here, but the castle network does, of course, will fade very shortly since the fact that he's no longer has that tower nearby. The King does go down right there as well. But the King does, just at this point in time, is a heavy horseman. Or heavy knight. Got a massive engagement here. It's hard for me to tell who's actually winning. Warrior monk's not pushing forward. We've got now a spearman or militia charging forward, trying to support his force. And now these horsemen trying to get some good damage there. Some Red Knights do get pulled on out there. There's a pretty good choke point here. King, then what's it called? Can't select it. King's Palace getting some good damage there. Its arrows don't do any additional damage, nor does it have a base attack arrow as well. Red's now eyeing to collect up some gold there. And his militia should be fading soon. 20 seconds remaining. Might as well just have the militia just charge forward. And all those militia do go down now. Palisade wall will go down, and these warrior monks will see some good healing, or gives out some good healing. A couple spear in the mix as well, and the spearman can perhaps charge forward. He's got a outpost being pulled out there that'll give a good defensive buff here. No, the King's not being reported for Red, and just going for more knights, not diversifying his force anymore, or at all. War Monks will get those guys all topped off. Red's Knights are still not healed up. Yellow's now push forward with a massive force here. He may... There's no gates over here, so he can't simply just delete the walls and run away. Got a massive gate here. These villagers need to fall back or get overran at the current rate. And Red is going back out of the game now. This is Android saying thank you for watching. On to the next replay.